Aw, yeah. Got some new parts for the Whirlybird. Gonna go with the Micro Heli carbon main shaft. Hopefully it fits. If not, I guess we'll go with the other one. I got some Micro Heli main blades because I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but these white blades, when they spool up, they're next to impossible to see. I did mention earlier in the last one it has some kind of weird death wobble, so we're gonna try to figure that out today. If you notice, they're same length, but they are a smidge thinner. So I don't know how these are gonna react on the lift ratio. Um, little little something for the tailpiece. Nothing crazy. You probably won't ever see it again, but you know that's cool. It was like $6, and a carbon fiber tail boom. The part number for that is this. If you're interested, the part number for the tail rotor or spindle, I guess. I'm not sure what they call that thing, but yeah, it goes in between the motor and the blade. There's that, and the part number for the blades are that, if you're interested. And the part number for the carbon main shaft is this. Hopefully everything fits and we can get it on there and get some style points. I do have two other parts that I'm waiting for. Those are going to be coming in the next like day or two. So this is basically part one of the video. So with that in mind, we're going to get started. Watch me struggle take this thing apart. And I really need to get a tool for this bit, but hopefully I got the one that fits this. There you go. There's that one. Start by taking the main headpiece off. There's that. Should pop right out because I don't want all the tiny hardware running away. Put the screw back on the nut. There you go. There's that. And then should be able to remove just these little clips, which are a pain in the butt, of course, always. There you go. There's that one. There's that one. And after doing some research, I found out that there is a few things that I can do to help level this thing, make it fly a little happier. So with everything together, we're going to go over that. Hopefully. There you go. There's that. Get this little booger off. There's that. And in order to separate this whole shebang, I have to take this little piece off in the back here. No big deal. Two screws and it's off. There's that. And this basically just pulls right up and then pull it out. There's that. And then I believe, there you go. Headpiece and swash plate off, all in one shebang. Oh yeah. If you ever have an issue when you put the blade grips on and it does not fly, look very closely with the micro helis. They're actually marked on the top of it. I know it's kind of hard to focus. It's too shiny. And it's tiny. Let's see if we can get a better picture of it. Anywho, yeah, they're basically laser etched with the logo on there. It says Micro Heli. Make sure these are facing up. I made that mistake the first time I put these on, and it took me a good 20 minutes to figure it out. So, with that in mind, if you have that issue, try that. So there's that. Now we got to take the main rotor gear off. And that's basically the same process as taking the headpiece off. I just need to get in there with my 2Ls. And I really got to get a tool for this because it is an absolute pain in the butt to get it to fit just right. See if I can't get it this way. You know what? Hang on a second. I got another tool that might work a little better. Nope, that's just as much of a pain in the butt. So we're going to see if we can't just unscrew this. Probably won't work. Yep, it just rotates. Oh, goody. Well, give me just a second. I'll get this off. Okay, we're back. Different tool, different angle, you know how it goes. So then now we're going to pop this off, if I can. Dang, dude. There you go. A little too much Loctite. Kind of glues everything together. Ooh, throwing stuff now. Oh, took out the top bearing with it. No big deal. That goes back in your hole. Anywho, main shaft. Now, I'm not sure if this was the bent part. Sorry about that. My wife called. So, I am curious. These are the same size, so they should fit. Everything's looking good. The carbon weighs absolutely nothing, so I'm curious. Got the little trusty dusty scale here. Let's see. Stay. See, we got 9.2 grams. This will probably not even register on the scale. It's so light. Wow, 1.7. So I'm definitely shaving some weight off this thing with this carbon shaft. Same size, same length. All looks to be good. All right. I am kind of concerned about this little collar here. I'll probably end up putting some Loctite on there, or use this one to get it off. I don't know, maybe. Anywho, so there's the weight savings on that, and I'm gonna hold off on installing the carbon shaft until I get the other part, because I actually got the aluminum rear motor mount, so hopefully that'll shave some weight too. I do plan on possibly seeing if I can't stick a camera on there, if not on the front and the back, to get some aerial footage of the kids and stuff driving. So that's something, you know, new I'm going to try. I'm not huge on the 3D flight stuff anyways, so I'm going to try to get something at least somewhat interesting to keep the audiences captivated. Because personally, I'd be falling asleep watching my videos too. So I can't exactly blame you guys there. So I'm actually going to keep that. Yeah, I'm going to run the same collar and just take this dinky little one off. So we'll see. I'm going to reweigh this. Oh, scale just turned off. Dang, 2.4. So even with the stock collar on there, I'm shaving like 6 grams, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're having things spin at Mach Jesus, every gram counts when you're trying to balance these things. Dang it. I gotta find my microscopic screwdriver again and get these things off. There's one of them. These are quite literally the smallest screws I have ever seen. See if I can get one to stick on my finger. Tiny things. That is redonkulous. there's that. There's this one, if I can get it off. At least get it loose. That'll work. Oh, nice. So, where was I? My ADD is kicking in. The Blade 235 Revolution should fit most parts for the Blade 230S, V2, and Smart. I've already put a couple of parts on there from the older generation, and it works perfectly fine. So we're going to get to cracking on this. And let's see, this one goes down first. God, it's insane how light these things are. Let's see what we got going on. Get her all lined up. See if I can get this thing lined up a little better before I sink it in. Got lucky on the last time. Literally just fell right in there. Alright. So there's that. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna cut to the next part. That'll be after installation. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try out these new blades. See how well these guys work out. Hopefully these two parts that I'm putting on will fix the death wobble. For some reason, well, I say for some reason, but I crashed it like 8 times. Every time I spool up and spool down, I get a pretty gnarly wobble where it'll literally dance enough to rotate. I don't know about the next guy, but that is kind of sketchy. Man, those blades look good. Hopefully I'm not robbing any lift, because if not, I'll have to raise the swash plate up to compensate. But if not, whatever, no big deal. Oh yeah, something else I can weigh. If I'm shaving weight on this thing, I'll take these guys off. Anywho, that I can stay there. Well, feel wise, they're pretty close. So we're gonna see here for sure. Turn on the lay scale. Let's see. I got 18.1 old blade. Ooh, 20.1. So we're shaving some weight on this too. Sweet. All right, well, there's that. Now on to the blades, I suppose. All right. Make sure I'm going the right direction. Don't want to oopsie poopsie like last time. Come on. Don't be a turd. There you go. There's that. Big difference. I like it. Sweet. All right. Well, there's that. Blades are on. Now to fight with the main shaft. Catch you on a split second. Oh yeah. Everything fits. With the combination of the carbon fiber main shaft. Look close, you can see it in there. Shaved off, what was it? About 6 or 7 grams. And with the new blades, I shaved off, I don't know, probably about 2 grams or so. So all in all, I shaved off about 10 grams, which doesn't sound like much, but this is in the rotating assembly. So if these blades have enough pitch to them, which I might have to adjust later, no big deal. Like I said, move the swash plate up, a little more aggressive pitch, and that should be that. So a few more things to button up, you know, boring stuff. Get all the turnbuckles in their home. And next little cut, we're going to give this a quick little test flight. I'm going to hold off on this little part here and this little part here. Can't wait. I already know this is way lighter. Probably should have weighed this thing before and after, but I don't know. We'll get a good guesstimation. Anywho, yeah, no, if you don't already know, Loctite, Loctite, Loctite. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get a special tool for this little thing right here, because that was a booger for no reason. Did get it on, did get it Loctited. Yeah, this right here, the top right here, is commonly known as the Jesus bolt, because when that lets go, you better start praying to Jesus, because this is going to do all kinds of whatever. So, now, yeah, all I got to do is put the battery on, clip these guys in. Oh, missing one screw. Don't want to do that. Now, this isn't necessary to Loctite, but I'm going to anyways, because, you know, can never be too careful. Man, this is a whole new helicopter. I can't believe it. It's all shiny and stuff now. What was I doing? ADD kicking in again. Oh yeah, these little things. Absolute pain in the butt. But you kind of need them to fly, so. There's that one. See if I can't get this one on here. Running out of workspace real quick, like. I'll break my nails putting this one on. Let's see here. Go, put that one on. And now for this one. Yeah, no, after doing a little bit of research, I found out that there's actually a couple things that you can do to help these fly happier. So far, I've already done the gyro recalibrate, which does help quite a bit, but I have not done the, what do they call it? Leveling flight level, whatever. You put this in a, I guess, learn mode. I'll show you with the controller after I get it all figured out. It's no big deal. You literally move the sticks a certain direction, you push your bind button, and it makes it do stuff, and it should make it fly a little bit better. So these are good. That is good. Do a pre-flight before, during, and after. That I know is Loctited. That I know is Loctited. Everything else is Loctited. All right, cool. So give me like 2 seconds and we're gonna do a quick little test flight. All right, now to the fun part. In case you're wondering, every part I put on there fit beautifully. I do have to do a lot of trim and all the other stuff. One of the parts that I ordered was a new landing gear, like crashed it last flight. So we're gonna see if it'll even take off, and to see if it still has that shake. Well, it still has a shake. Not as bad though. Well, do a little quick trim. Ooh, yeah, there you go. It's definitely more responsive with these other blades on there. That's crazy. Trim. Keeps wanting to fly crazy. Ah! Oh, it definitely has a much sportier feel to it. I'm still in mode 1. Like I said, I'm a very beginner, so I'm not crazy into the 3D. But yeah. Ooh, getting close. A little more trim. There you go. Decent hover. I definitely have to do the throttle earn or whatever it is to stop it from wandering so much, but for the most part, I got a solid hover. And it's crazy, it's actually a little bit quieter too. Which, you know, it's whatever, no big deal. But yeah, I'm digging these blades. You can see them and everything. So far, so good. Huge fan of the Micro Heli parts. Like I said, there is a couple more things I got to put on there. I got the carbon fiber tail boom and the aluminum rear rotor motor mount, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna wait till that gets in and then replace all of that. So that'll be I don't know, I guess part 3 of this video. And yes, I know my basement's a little mess. Been going through a lot of stuff lately, but for the most part, to answer your question, all the 230, 230S, 230V, 230V Smart does in fact fit on the 235 CP helicopter, which is awesome. Well, there's that. Oh, look at that. I actually got it dialed into a decent hover. Still wanders, but whatever. I dig it. Sweet. Well, anyways. Oh wait, hang on a second. There's one more thing I gotta try. See what it does on throttle off. Nice. Death wobble is gone. Sweet. All right. Well, I don't know if it was the propeller or the main shaft to fix it, but either way, death wobble gone. Well, see you next time. Peace.